Tonight, how GFPD supported the Anaconda manhunt.
The suspect of the Anaconda shooting was recently captured, and our very own Great Falls Police Department was involved. More on that coming up.
Plus, big things are happening for businesses.
We are so excited to host the first ever Gov Match in Great Falls, Montana.
And later, a community just shy of reaching their goal gets a donation.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening and thanks for trusting KRTV for your 530 News. I'm Tim McGonigal. First tonight, during the press conference where officials announced the apprehension of Anaconda shooter suspect Michael Brown, the Great Falls Police Department was thanked for their assistance in the search and eventual arrest. MTN's Quentin Shores reached out to get a better understanding of how the GFPD played a role in that manhunt.
With a heavy heart and a sigh of relief, we can rest easier knowing that the suspect in the Anaconda shooting was captured. But what you may not know is that Great Falls' very own police department was involved.
Michael Brown has been apprehended, arrested, and is in custody.
I spoke with Lieutenant Fleming to learn more about GFPD's involvement in the manhunt.
So the Great Falls Police Department and the Cascade County Sheriff's Office have a joint, an interagency tactical law enforcement unit called the Central Montana High Risk Unit. We combined our teams about a year and a half ago, and the request came in through the standard procedures with the sheriffs and peace officers mutual aid requests throughout the state.
Lieutenant Fleming told me that the GFPD played a primarily supportive role in the manhunt, but he did give me an insight on the search efforts and terrain of the area the suspect was found in.
It's steep mountains and wooded, and it's hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and if anybody who's familiar with southwestern Montana, it's typical for that region of the state. It was a very difficult area to search, and there's a lot of places he could have been hiding. And with terrain that large, it's difficult to hold ground that's been searched throughout the week. If you can just think about, it would take hundreds of law enforcement to maintain coverage of every area that was searched throughout the entire week. So having to go back and re-clear things that had been cleared before and search areas that had been searched before and try to do that in a systematic and orderly fashion is very difficult given the terrain.
But it seems like the stress was truly over when the suspect was apprehended.
There's certainly a sense of relief, mostly for the members of Anaconda and Deer Lodge in the area where the suspect was hiding. It's got to be unnerving to have a suspect like that on the loose in your community for a week.
Thankfully, GFPD's efforts did not go unnoticed.
Thank you does not cover what we owe to these brave men and women.
In Great Falls, I'm Quentin Shores, MTN News.
A man charged in a 2023 Hobson area murder has been sentenced to 90 years in prison. According to an article in the Judith Basin Press, on Monday, Tyson David Kohler was sentenced to 80 years in the Montana penitentiary system for killing Matthew Fitchner and an additional 10 years for an enhanced weapon charge. On October 2nd, 2023, Judith Basin County Sheriff's deputies were called to conduct a welfare check at a residence near Hobson. They found Matthew Fitchner dead inside the residence. Court documents state Kohler initially denied being at the home of the victim, but then told investigators he shot Matthew in self-defense. Officials say that Matthew was of no threat when Kohler shot and killed him. Officials also saw on surveillance video that Megan Fitchner, the estranged wife of Matthew, calmly walked around the blood with her daughter, but waited 20 minutes before calling 911. According to the article, Megan Fitchner, who was originally charged with deliberate homicide, reached a plea agreement in March and cannot have contact with her children until they reach the age of maturity.
It is a hot day again today. Temperatures are in the upper 80s and low to mid 90s in most locations right now. And for a lot of us, this is the hottest day that we have had since the beginning of July. It's also been pretty gusty this afternoon and evening in portions of north central Montana, as sustained wind speeds have been between 10 and 30 miles per hour. And just like yesterday, we have had lots of sunshine and dry conditions throughout much of the state. A cold front will work its way through our area as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. So cooler temperatures are expected tomorrow, but the temperatures will warm back up as we get into Friday and this weekend. And we are going to continue to have mostly dry conditions for the next few days as well. And I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
A big event today for businesses. The Great Falls Development Alliance bringing a new event to town for business owners looking to branch out, featuring local, state, and federal market agencies. MTN's Justin Robichaud met one of the organizers about the event and what it could mean for attendees.
I am here at the University of Providence as local businesses have table talk discussions with federal contractors and government agencies on how they can help them with their business at the Montana Apex GovMatch 2025.
We are so excited to host the first ever GovMatch in Great Falls, Montana.
Great Falls Development Alliance Executive Vice President Jolene Schalper says government is looking to purchase from local mom and pop shops.
It's actually a way for businesses to get government contracts. And we see this huge revenue boost for our local businesses because the government buys everything.
Montana Apex Accelerator statewide director Deanna Langman says they prepare businesses to interact with government agencies.
Our role is to teach, coach, and advise these companies on how to do business with the government and how to get set up, how to make contact with the agencies that are most likely their customers.
Schalper says the process is lengthy in order to come to a finalized agreement between both parties.
We have local governments, county governments. They all need to go through procurement procedures in order to buy from you. So that's what our Apex Accelerators do. They help businesses manage those procurement procedures so that they are eligible to sell to the government and win these contracts.
The financial reward is big as government agencies provide many opportunities.
The value to businesses is huge. The government issues contracts for fencing, for porta potties, for farm trucks, and this allows our local businesses to get some of those contracts and increase their revenues.
Business owner Brett Pike says the event gives him new approaches to his business.
This event was to see what opportunities my small business that my wife and I have created can expand into, what our future looks like and how we can better it.
Business owner Jill Trammer says her goal is to make more connections.
We are looking to just meet people, get our name out there. Maybe if we annoy people enough that they'll come down and buy a tool from us.
Precision Clean MT owner Eli Bush says knowing these agencies can help forge a partnership.
It's important to me because I know with these strong connections and getting to know all these individuals, we can build a good working relationship possible.
The takeaway for GovMatch 2025 for these business owners is to roll up their sleeves and get to work.
Impacted us greatly. When I leave here today, I already know I'm going to be very busy just on the way home with phone calls.
In Great Falls, Justin Robichaux, MTN News.
Back in June, the town of Rudyard came together in support of building a new community center, and now they're one step closer to seeing that dream become a reality. As MTN's Anissa Coomer tells us, a new donor has come forward with a special auction item that the Historical Society hopes will help them meet their fundraising goal.
Rudyard built this new community center the old-fashioned way. Neighbors rolling up their sleeves and using materials from right here at home. Now the Historical Society is putting on a series of fundraisers to make sure the building is ribbon-cutting ready.
It's kind of like the old-fashioned barn raiser. We're a close-knit community. We work together.
From fundraising to volunteer labor, residents are pitching in wherever they can to bring this center to life.
I came home one night at about 10:30 at night, and I stopped here, and there's about 6 gentlemen in here putting tile up in the bathrooms. So you never know when everybody has a free moment. They just come over here and do whatever they think needs to be done.
Rudyard has seen many stores close over the years, but this center aims to bring new energy to Main Street. A local beauty salon will move in, and organizers hope a coffee shop will follow.
Sometimes it seems like we don't have enough people anymore. People are gone, but when you have a project like this, it gets people excited, and they come out from all kinds of different areas with all kinds of skills.
The space is designed for everyone, from family gatherings to weddings to business meetings. The center replaces a historic building that has sat empty for decades, previously the old Sandvix building. And even salvaged beams from the original structure have been reused, keeping a piece of Rudyard's history alive.
These sturdy beams, you don't buy them like this anymore. They're the original beams from the Sandvix store.
While organizers hope to open within the next few months, they're still about $100,000 short of their fundraising goal. Community members have stepped up, including one resident who donated his 2011 Corvette to be raffled to benefit the center.
We're going to sell 1,000 raffle tickets at $50 a ticket.
Built by the community for the community, the new center aims to serve not just Rudyard, but the entire High Line.
Just looking forward to having a space where we can utilize it in different ways.
To learn how to enter the raffle or donate, visit our website. In Rudyard, I'm Anissa Coomer, MTN News.
I live in my own home. I can do cooking, laundry, living my dream.
In this week's Montana Ag Report, aspiring farmers in Fergus County are digging into meaningful work and planting the seeds of independence.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 530 News.
Welcome back. In tonight's Montana Ag Report, MTN's Tom Wiley takes us to a farm in Fergus County where a dream planted nearly a decade ago is starting to grow.
Here at the heart of Montana, Farm in the Dell just outside of Lewistown, there's a lot of things growing. Of course, there's the produce, but there's also friendships, community, and a sense of purpose.
This is not your average farm. It's a place where adults with developmental disabilities like Carson Patton get to dig into meaningful work.
I pull weeds and take out the hay off the field.
It started as a conversation initiated by his mom, Kayleen Patton. And now this branch of Farm in the Dell is getting closer to reality.
This is a conversation way back in 2016 was the first time we got together. And we actually, a group of people started talking about it. And we held an open house and invited the public to it. And the public was all for it.
The first step was finding a property. And they found one with deep roots in Fergus County's history.
Back in the day, it used to be the old county poor farm. And with that, it was if you're down on your luck or you had disability, you could come out here and work, and they'd feed you and everything else. So it's a similar idea with what we're doing now.
The end goal is to have 8 residents living on the farm full-time, working the land, caring for the animals, and being part of the community.
I hope she likes the bus.
But there's still work to be done.
So currently we're applying for a CDBG grant. That is due September 17th. And we've got the construction crew lined up. They'd be able to start in the spring of next year, and hopefully the house will be finished by the end of 2026.
In the meantime, the Farm in the Dell hosts community events like the popular Fall Festival in October.
Our pumpkins for sale. This year we're going to have even more. We've got flowers and produce and things like that. Fun and games. We've got food. We've got live music.
And for board members like Lisa Hahn,
it's beautiful. It's fun out here.
It's about giving back.
Our goal is to put a home out here and have a place for people with developmental disabilities to come and have a purpose and learn responsibility and just be part of the community.
And for aspiring farmers like Carson.
Hi, who are you, little one?
The heart of Montana, Farm in the Dell represents a chance to plant the seeds of independence.
I live in my own home. I can do cooking, laundry, living my dream.
Tom Wiley, MTN News.